Okay, I have a confession. I'm a bit of a knowledge junkie. I'd call myself a nerd, but nerds tend to have a speciality, and I've always loved the idea of having a speciality, but that's just not how I'm made. I suppose I'm more of a big picture thinker. I believe the correct term is polymath, or some might say Renaissance man, woman. But here's the problem. Life's busy and my memory isn't what it used to be. And for years, my reading list has just kept growing and growing and growing. So I'm stuck with a brain that's thirsty for knowledge, but a bit leaky when it comes to retaining it. And I barely remember the details of books I read years ago, which means they end up going right back on my reading list and there's an even bigger pile up. That's why I was genuinely delighted when Shortform reached out to collaborate, because it's actually a platform I've been curious about for a while. So I said, God, yeah, I'll do anything for money. Just tell me exactly what you want me to say. No, of course I didn't say that. I said, okay, give me a few weeks to have a little play around and explore. And if I like the platform, then we can discuss a partnership. Because I'd never endorse anything I didn't believe in. So this, ladies and gents, is my completely honest review of Shortform. Okay, so first off, what is Shortform? Well, Shortform's a digital platform with in-depth guides to over 1,000 non-fiction books on a huge range of topics. History, psychology, science, finance, philosophy, just to name a few. It makes my inner polymath feel like a kid in a candy shop, because I'm scrolling through thinking, oh, I want to check out that one, and that one, and that one, and that one. And I've noticed there's a really broad spectrum of viewpoints, which I really appreciate. Now, as you might be aware, there are several other platforms out there offering quick, bite-sized summaries of popular non-fiction books. And I have tried one or two in the past on a trial basis, and they were fine if what you need is a quick 15-minute overview. But personally, I felt they were just a little bit too superficial. It's a bit like, you know when you're hungry and you don't want a big heavy meal, but you do need something more substantial than a snack? That's where Shortform comes in. It lets you go deeper without having to read the whole book. So every book has a one-page overview, and the length varies depending on the book. I've noticed the audio versions are anywhere between 20 to 40 minutes long. And some books, the ones that are especially long or more complex, also include a chapter by chapter breakdown. Plus, there are some other features which I think are really cool. Where relevant, Shortform introduces contrasting viewpoints from other thinkers, or introduces links to relevant research relating to the author's claim. So you're not just getting the author's perspective, you're getting a much more enriched, balanced understanding of the topic. And one of my favourite features is how Shortform links ideas across different books. So if you are a big picture thinker like me, it really helps you see how one topic connects to another. And at the end of each guide, there are optional prompts and exercises. But don't worry, it's not like a school test. They're just questions to help you integrate the book's ideas into your own thinking, if you want to. And personally, I really like doing them because it's active learning. It helps me solidify the book's core ideas and actually remember them better. And it goes beyond books. There are also podcasts and articles that dive deeper into current trends and topical issues. You'll find interviews with authors and experts giving you fresh insights you won't get from reading the book alone. So just a nice little brain snack. All in all, Shortform offers flexible ways to enjoy non-fiction and explore hot topics, letting you dive in as much or as little as you want, depending on what your time or interest allows. As for its interface, I find it quite user-friendly, and it has all the features we've come to expect. Adjustable font sizes, light and dark mode, highlighting, note-taking, and of course, audio versions for listening on the go. It works on your phone, tablet, and laptop, and of course you can download content for offline listening and reading. For a long time, I really hesitated to try a book guide platform because I suppose it felt like admitting failure, that I lacked focus or discipline. But honestly, life gets busy and you have to be realistic about what you can manage. I figured I'd rather enjoy reading a few guides a week and actually learn something than let months slip by without picking up a book. And I'm really enjoying going back to books I read years ago to refresh my memory. Of course, long-form books will always have their place. I think there are some types of books I'll always want to read in full. And actually, in a couple of cases, the short form guide has inspired me to go and read the full book because I do want more detail and I know it's definitely worth my time. Now, one thing to bear in mind, Shortform isn't the cheapest non-fiction platform out there, but what you're paying for is greater depth and breadth of each book and the topic it covers. The main competitors offer quick 10 to 15 minute bite-sized summaries, and that might work for you if all you want is something ultra quick. But if, like me, you want something just a bit more substantial that actually helps you understand and apply what you're reading, then short form really hits that sweet spot. So, did I agree to collaborate with short form? As you can probably tell, I genuinely think it's a great platform, so yeah, I decided to partner with them. That's not quite the same thing as a sponsorship. What it means is that if you use the link in the description box, you can enjoy a free trial and a 20% discount if you choose to sign up. And it does send a small kickback my way too, so it's a win-win. And of course, it also means I'll sometimes be giving short form a quick plug in future videos, which I will try to keep as unobtrusive as possible. Or hey, maybe I'll go full cheese just for fun. We'll see. So I'll drop the link down below, take a look. Like I say, there's a free 5-day trial plus a discount. And if you try it, let me know what books you're diving into. I'm always up for recommendations. So that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please remember to hit the buttons, take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.